Yep.
Welcome back, guys.
All right, what's up?
New episode of the Rivals podcast. Welcome back. Gonna be talking pretty much all college hoops today. Gonna be starting off with one of the hotter topics. It's kind of been hot all year, but seems to be heating up right about now. Mr. DNP out of Kansas, Darren Peterson. Uh, just going to be talking about what we think of Kansas as far as a contender goes with having a guy like that at the helm. And then also, I guess my thought, do we think that the injuries are real or do we think there's an underlying issue? Stephen A chimed in on that a couple days ago. Um, but I'll kind of let you guys take it away because I know I got my own thoughts, so I kind of want to hear you guys go first.
Go ahead, Drake.
Um, so as far as Kansas as a contender goes, this does not really affect them. If you watch them, they're just as good as a team with or without them, and the numbers back that up. I feel like so often in sports, people get really caught up in things that don't matter. Like example with Miami for football, it was like, oh, Instagram told me that Carson Beck looks like Sid the Sloth, so therefore Miami can't possibly go on this playoff run. Like Darren Peterson, this whole drama, I feel like a lot of it is outside that locker room. And, they have guys like Council that are really good leaders. And I feel like they come together and that backcourt's really good. They got good size in that front court. And I feel like it's a really talented team. It's going to be hard not to just pencil them into the Elite Eight. But as far as if these injuries are real or not, you can talk like Arizona game. That one was questionable. We all saw that text. But as far as the cramping goes, like it's probably a pretty real thing. I mean, to get to the level that he's at, you have to be pretty competitive. So as far as his draft stock goes, like yeah, there's obviously real questions there that have to be answered, and it's probably going to be meetings, and a lot of it's going to be told by the tournament because that's where a lot of truth's going to come out. You don't just kind of load manage the tournament. But yeah, I probably overtalked. I'll let you go, Layman.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of sick of the Darren Peterson stuff. I'd be kind of pissed about his teammates and Bill Self, especially with how I don't think he's been even playing that good the past few weeks. Like if you look at the box scores and stuff, he's like shooting like a 39% clip, and I don't know. I mean, he's not looking like the number one overall pick that he looked like earlier in the season. And then on top of that, all the like saying like we'll see, like that's the hope we're like playing in the tournament. Like, come on, dude. Like, and honestly, I think Kansas played just fine without him. Like, I don't think they really need him that bad. And I
So
would
that's
almost
my
think about like
argument.
move him on, like maybe bring him off like the bench. Like I think try that.
I I think here's the thing, like even if he's not shooting well, when you go play a Kansas, and maybe I'm wrong, I'm not a coach by any means, but from a defensive scheme standpoint, your whole week, it's like, do we stop Peterson or do we game plan like elsewhere? Because you go back and obviously this is a whole different game. But like the when Jokic was in the playoffs against LA, what they would and Jokic is a way better passer than Peterson is. But anyway, what they would do is be like Jokic, he can go have 50, but we're not going to let him get involved on the passing game. So how a team game plans for Darren Peterson, like even if he doesn't play, it's huge to have him out there, even as like a decoy, at least to me, because I mean, if I'm Bill Self, I run all sorts of decoy plays because when a guy of that magnitude is on the court who can pop off for 20 in one single half, I mean, you have to view him as a threat, regardless of what his recent numbers are. But regarding his draft stock, he falls under one of those guys where he may get a GM fired. I mean, if you take him, at least in my eyes, if you take him with a top three pick, it may shake out, but man, the odds just are not in your favor. I mean, you're drafting a guy who's known for hitting tough shots and a guy who's known for load management in college, which correct me if I'm wrong, has really never happened before. But he kind of falls in the Ben Simmons realm of players where they could be gods at basketball, but just could not care less about winning or what happens after that. So he kind of reminds me of a guy, or there's a lot of discourse going on social media where it's like X player is going to be the next guy to get a GM fired. I've seen that about Wagler from Illinois. I don't think I've seen anybody say it about Peterson, but like, man, if you win the lottery and you're top three and you take Peterson, like, you're and he doesn't pan out and he's a big load management guy, you could be on the hot seat pretty quick. But
I think we throw the term generational talent around way too much. Like this guy
couldn't
is
agree
not
more.
a generational talent. But I
Couldn't agree more.
fully agree with your point. I was just about to say the same thing of even if he's not playing well, he demands so much attention that if without him you're playing just as good, you're beating the number one team in the country on your home court and the numbers are identical. And then with him, you still have to have these opposing coaches game plan for him. Like you'd rather have him on the court. But as far as like there's going to be another guy like just as talented as this in the next draft class or two draft classes from now. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not worth it. This is the NBA. This is the best of the best. It's like if you're trying to be the best of the best in anything and you have these massive red flags, you have to just let it walk if you're a GM. Because when
I
have these red flags been shown in this situation works out well? Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I remember. I think DeAndre Ayton. I think he was 2019 draft class. But I remember when he got drafted, like, oh, this is a generational talent. You know, if he can turn up his motor, he's going to be the next D-Rob. You know, the next great big man. And we're what 7 years in now, and he's like a average big man at best. Obviously, I mean, he went to the ship in 22 with D Book and Chris Paul. But aside from that, the guy's got no accolades. He's done nothing notable. He's just kind of been bounced around and been used as like a trade piece of a young, promising guy. But the guy was like, he was the thing coming out of Arizona. And his whole knock was like, he's good, he's talented, he is athletic, but is the motor there at an NBA level? And 7 years in, it's not. So like I don't, you can have all the talent in the world, but you got to show up and work and actually work hard and try and get results. And I wouldn't want him on my team, but if he shakes out and turns into a 20 to 25 points per game kind of guy, I really wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you guys, like, do you agree with my take? I know this is off topic from what you were saying, but I just wanted to ask, could you agree with my take that this does not affect how far Kansas goes in the tournament? Or do you guys oppose that?
I don't fully agree with that because like, can you count on a guy that's just gonna miss a game like that Sweet 16? Like, can you count on a guy that just doesn't give a crap, doesn't give a rip about it?
Well, that's the thing. They've shown they don't have to count on him. That's my argument is they're just as good of a team without him. Some would
I
argue
think
better.
I think that I oppose it only because your options offensively are just so much deeper when you have a guy of that magnitude on the court. The
Hmm.
sets that you can run, when you're down 8-7, maybe 7 or 8 seconds left on the shot clock, F it, give Peterson the ball and let him just go get a bucket. Like, you know what I mean? Just to have kind of a bailout safety valve kind of guy. And with the playbook being so much deeper, and even if it's not for him, I mean, even if he's a decoy, I mean, it works in Kansas's favor, and it's going to work out against whoever they're playing. I mean, they're going to have to game plan for him as well. Where a team, uh, a Kansas team without him, I mean, sure, numbers wise, like they're still a good team, but it's just a whole different beast when you got a guy who can show up and drop 35 if he wants to play the whole game and actually lock in, for lack of a better phrase.
I think actually
But
Absolutely.
like we talked about last week, like you need that guy in March Madness who like is gonna go get you a bucket. Like last year was Walter Clayton. Like for Kansas, that's Darren Peterson. So if you don't have that guy, that's gonna go get you a bucket.
a
Like,
bailout, like literally, you
yeah,
need a guy who
yeah,
can
like
just bail you out. Like
they need a bailout. Like they need to
you're
chuck up a three, freaking fade away from the logo.
you're you're facing Arizona. They're on a 10-0 run, and you don't really have a guy. Give it to Peterson. Free throw line extended, kind of elbow area, clear out, just put shooters around him, go do your thing. And it's either going to lead to a bucket or a damn good look coming off the weak side for an open three. So
I would argue they just have guys that can do that, like Council and also Trey White is a transfer really good shooter that they have. But I get it's not to the level of Peterson, but I see where you guys are coming from.
Correct.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
I
they
mean that's
got
like
guys, but they don't got like the guy.
correct.
You need the
Bingo.
Yeah,
guy.
Layman is spot on.
yeah,
So you want to jump into the next topic there?
yeah. All right. I want to talk about Texas Tech and how good they can be without JT Toppin, because obviously that's a big loss, and this team had high aspirations before he got hurt. I think they can still be really good personally. I mean, or not Seth Anderson, Christian Anderson had like 30 yesterday, and he, I think, is one of the most underrated guards in the country. And then they have guys like Atwell who can step up, and they still got size in that front court. It's just when you're missing a star player like that, it's hard to have the aspirations that you did where you're like Final Four, Elite Eight type of dreams. But what do you guys think about it?
It's almost like deja vu from like 5 minutes ago talking about Peterson. Like your top guy goes down, all of a sudden you're kind of switching face here, Connor, on what's going on. You're like, oh,
What do you mean?
Kansas, they'll be all right. Well, Toppin going down, we don't know what's gonna happen. Like you lose your number one option. I mean, kind of roll the dice and hope for the best, and you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
I'm with
Yeah,
TH. Texas Tech's cooked.
I just think Kansas has had the difference is Kansas has had more opportunities to prove it. And Bill Self himself said that Kansas has learned to play without Peterson.
Yeah, but that's just, I mean, this is kind of off topic, kind of on topic. Head coaches are so PR trained. Like they're not gonna come and say, "Oh man, we don't have Peterson. Like, what are we gonna do?" No, dude, they're 100% PR trained. Like that kind of answers that statement. But
Yeah.
You kind
Well,
of got to
he's
anyway,
teach on that. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, we're cooked. Like, we don't got Peterson. Like, you can't say that, bro. Like,
and plus you have to have you have to show that you have the utmost confidence in your team, whether you do or don't. You have to at least show it, and that's just a guy like Bill Self, who's a complete veteran in the game. Just he's so PR trained, like he knows exactly what to say. Like I mean, it's just kind of is what it is.
yeah. Yeah. I see what you're saying. I think that Kansas has more talent. Like Kansas losing Peterson, they're not even losing him. Just when he doesn't play, it's less of a problem because they have more in that backcourt than Texas Tech does in the front court without Toppin. Because Texas Tech's backcourt is still really good. Like Petty, Atwell, and Anderson, like that's a really good three. But then that front court is just like I don't even know who they have up there because all I was focused on was Toppin. Honestly, like I'm not a Tech fan, but
Me either. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't really know what they actually have outside of Toppins. That's kind of why it's like close your eyes, hold up the gun, and shoot, and just hope for the best.
well, now they can game plan for Anderson, too, these other teams. So, I mean, I think they'll start. I don't think we're going to see 31 points from him every night. Or
Fact.
even.
It's a
Yeah.
huge difference when the defense is keyed in on the first option. Like you go, I know I refer everything back to the NBA, but like is Clay Thompson without having Steph Curry there? Like probably not because defenses were so keyed in on Steph during that run. And like you can just go down the list of how many like role players got fat paychecks in the offseason because of who they were playing next to that made them look so good because they were so keyed in on that first option. So it's kind of like the whole game plan shifts towards now shutting down what is now the first option, which what used to be the second option, and weaknesses come to light almost every single time.
here's another difference I thought of between the Kansas and the Tech situation is that JT Toppin is more of a culture guy for Tech. I feel like, and that really matters. Like he could have gone and gotten drafted last year realistically, but he decided to stay, play another year with his team to try and win a championship, and then he gets hurt. Like that's brutal. That really hurts. Like when you lose a guy like that, it means more than when a guy like Peterson, who's a freshman who has a lot of controversy surrounding him, decides to sit out. If that makes sense.
It does, but oppose that because it can help you just as much as it can hurt you. I mean, you can sit there and whine about it, or you can band together as a team and be like, let's kind of show these people like what the I'm not a huge culture guy. Like I get it does play a role, but like in sports, it's like, mm, it's not it's not as big as what a lot of people play it out to be, to in my opinion. But I
I'd
mean,
argue it
college.
is, especially for March. Like, think about Duke. That's my biggest thing. And like, I don't want to transition too much to Duke yet, but I do want to talk about this a little bit. And by the way, Layman, credit you. You were 100% right about this. This Duke team. I feel like the difference between this year's Duke team and previous year's Duke team is that they have a lot of returning talent, and that's good for a culture to have that. Think about the teams like the Zion team and then even last year's team. I think a lot of the problem was just like they were young and they kind of crumbled in some of the biggest moments because they just didn't have that experience or leadership, and not a ton of guys had been there before.
Experience versus culture is two different things to me. I mean, you can have the best culture in the world and have all the experience and still suck. I mean, flat out. Um, but I mean, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole too much. But at the end of the day, regardless of what your culture is, it's your five guys versus their five guys, and you got to show up and play. But
Yeah,
No, going off the Duke
you
thing though, they
can,
got
but
they got Foster and Isaiah Evans. Like I think those two guys, like they bring the experience from last year, and then like put in Cam Boozer with those two. Like that's like I think you pencil them into the Final Four.
it's hard not to after this weekend. I feel like,
I mean, that was
um,
just dominant.
yeah, it's. I didn't walk away from that game feeling like, oh yeah, Duke is the best team in the like they are easily going to win the national championship. But I felt like, I mean, this team deserves to be number one in the AP poll. Like it's them and Arizona are kind of like neck and neck for me. I think the big three of Duke, Arizona, and Michigan have set themselves apart. But you were 100% right, and Malik Brown is also, I think, a guy
Mhm.
that's going to be like a leader on that team. But yeah, you were right when you said they have a lot of experience mixed with a good, talented young core. I think this might just be the year for Duke that it all like meshes well, if that makes
The
sense.
one thing was the North Carolina game. Like that's obviously a kind of a scary choke. Like, but then again, like that's the rival game at North Carolina. So like, yeah, what do you want?
Are you on mute?
Yeah, bro.
I messed it up.
Bro, just
Bye.
what do you want?
I messed it
You're
up.
fine, dude.
Read my last message.
Oh boy,
But I misspelled her
you're
name.
fine, dude.
I messed it up.
Lehman is not on mute.
Was I not on mute?
No, that
No.
was funny. So no, you're good. You're good. That was funny.
But
Roommate's,
no,
roommate's
I
tweaking out, trying to hit on a girl. He's gonna fail.
I heard it. Hey,
Yeah,
at
we
least
are.
you remembered her name.
He is
That's better than
2026
most.
BYU. Cooked.
Yeah, you guys want to roll into BYU now?
We should talk about a
Perfect
little bit of
timing.
BYU. Yeah, Layman, you
It's
go first. I feel like you're the most informed on this topic, honestly.
Yeah, that team is not anything without Richie Saunders. They got BTA from UCF last night. I mean, they played terrible. They just they don't got a leader, dude. I mean, Debancha is good, bro, but he's I don't want to say he doesn't have a playmaking ability, but like Richie Saunders brought the playmaking that like allowed Rob Wright and Debancha to go off, in my opinion. Like those two flourished because of Richie Saunders' ability to like spread the ball, spread the offense. I don't know. That's just my opinion. And then like their guard and perimeter defense is absolutely atrocious. And it's been bad all year. But when Richie Saunders goes down, it went from like bad to like really, really bad.
UCF shot 56% from the field and 58% from three. Like,
Exactly. The
that's
perimeter
crazy.
defense,
Yeah.
it's gone. Gone.
UCF on your home court.
Yeah.
Like that's nuts.
And BYU's like always been known as like one of those places that's like hard to go in there and win. And like, yeah, UCF's good, but like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't.
BYU has had some games with Gonzaga in the past where it's like the Zags should walk in and just give BTA, and it's like they're kind of giving us a run for our money here. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
as
this
crazy as you would think a bunch of Mormons could get up and cause hell in a basketball arena, as crazy as that sounds, when you say it out loud, they can. But yeah, BYU is just going to be AJ versus the whole world. So I mean, dude had what do you have, like 29 last night? Or
yeah.
yeah,
But he shot like 20
29,
he shot like 20 something shots though.
and he was 50% from the field, 11 of 22, 2 for 4 from deep.
Okay,
That's
22
that's
shots.
sufficiency. 22 shots is nothing. I mean, if
For a
I'm being
college
serious, at
basketball
least
game?
at the college, yes, I'll give you that. NBA, it's nothing. But
Yeah,
I mean, who else do you want shooting the ball on that team?
exactly. You don't.
So like
This
it's gonna
is
be
this is
if
Duquesne
they
all over again. This is Duquesne all over again 2 years ago.
if they want a shot to win, AJ's got to put up ethical, efficient 30 ball like every game. If they want a shot to win, that's not a guarantee. It's a
Dude, if
shot
they
to
if they
win.
want a shot to win, they gotta score 100 every game and shoot
And yeah,
100% from three.
that's
Shout
going
out
to be
Utah.
really
Good move going to Ghana because this is not be a fun team to watch.
well. Yeah, that's going to be really hard to do because right now I'm pretty sure they're a projected 6 seed and trending down.
Yeah.
So especially if they get themselves on like that 7-8 line, like they might get first rounded because you play a 50-50 game if you're a 7 or an 8 seed realistically. And then even if they win that game, I mean, you go play a 1 or a 2 and you probably get whooped.
Yeah. No, they're who do they got West Virginia at West Virginia, Cincinnati at Cincinnati, and then like they theoretically could go 0-3 in the season and finish at 20-11.
Theoretically, I'd say they almost likely go. I mean,
They have
Cincinnati,
Texas Tech at home, so like that'll be kind of an interesting one.
yeah, with
Two
Top injured, yeah,
with
you're
two
right.
dogs gone.
Shout out
Yeah,
Cincinnati, by the way. They're surging.
yeah,
Did you guys see
Yeah.
yeah.
that Wes Miller clip
Yeah,
of him like talking to the fans? He's like, these results ain't okay. And then they go out and whoop Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse. And I can't remember his name, 52, had like 30. Like,
yeah,
that's a
no,
different team now.
they
Yeah,
That
could
goes with Texas Tech, too. Like, that was a really good win for them at home yesterday.
they're kind of
yeah.
giving like an
Cincy
NC
is. I
State
was.
vibes from a few years ago. Hot at the right time. Maybe we're making a run in the tournament, the conference tournament. Sneak into
If
the
they can get
tournament.
in there, dude, I haven't even seen them in bubble talks. But yeah, if they can make a
No,
run in the
they're not.
conference
I'm saying
tournament.
NC State. Remember like 3 years ago, but
Yeah.
they won their conference tournament and just got hot at the
Big
right
DJ
time. Like this
Burns.
Cincinnati team kind of gives those vibes.
Yeah. The only problem, I know you know this, but I'm just stating that
Yeah,
I don't think the Big 12 tournament is a
is like
tournament where a
yeah.
Cinderella team like that can get out of there.
I agree, but if everything
Yeah.
goes right and like I mean they already beat Kansas.
Yeah.
If Zona gets knocked out somehow.
Yeah. I wanted to talk more if you guys are ready to move on about these top three teams, Duke, Zona, and Michigan. I just want you guys to give a little input of like how would you rank these three teams? I think it's fair to say they've separated themselves a little bit from the field, and then like just what do you see out of the three teams that kind of separates them?
Duke's the clear number one for me. I mean, the matchups don't lie. They beat Michigan. They've ran through the ACC. They have depth. They like, play well on both sides of the ball. I
They've got
think
a clear cut number one superstar.
yeah,
Like
like
another bailout. Like give the ball to Boozer if teams on another big run. Sorry to cut you off, but carry on.
no, I that was yeah. I'm
I would
taking
agree.
I'm taking Zona at two. I mean, they've been the best team. They were the best team for the first up until like last week when I mean they've been a little cold lately. I've still put them at two. I got Michigan at three.
And I've got the same ranking as Lehman because Zona is hot right now. Duke's the clear number one, and Michigan is not bad. It's just a good, better, best kind of thing for me. Um, I don't think that there's really a huge gap, but other than Duke being number one, I think they're a clear cut one. And then with just how hot Zona is right now, I just can't put Michigan over them. But
You could do like a Michigan and Zona like Zona two way. It's almost like a Zona two way Michigan two
yeah,
B.
I would say like as of today, like right now, Zona is two, but
I
two
agree
and
with that.
two and 2 and 3 can change in like a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But CD, what do you got? You've been awfully quiet over there.
Well, first I wanted to say that I've seen people talk about how this Michigan guard play might not be good enough to win the national championship, and they get cooked for it. But I gotta say, like, I kind of agree. Like, I don't see what's in this backcourt that screams like national championship or can go get a bucket. Like outside of Kaysen, like nothing really like stands out to me. Like Cadeau's not great, Burnett's not great. Like I don't know where you get your stuff from back there. I mean, this front court is the best in the country, obviously, but I don't know in terms of guard play if they'll have enough to win it all. And then like we saw against Duke, like you get the big guys in foul trouble and it might be trouble for them. I'm not saying that they're going to get bounced early or anything like that. I'm just saying in terms of ability to win a national championship, this guard play might cause them some issues. But I'll let you guys give the opinions on that in just a second, but I'll give my list. I do think I'm going to put Zona at 1 just because I do really like that backcourt of Bradley and Miller. And then I like the front court, the size they have. I think they rebound really well. I think they play like the Big 12 is just so good this year. I feel like it might just be a SEC type of deal where the champion just is going to come from that conference just because of the gauntlet of it. And I feel like just overall consistency throughout the season. I don't think I've seen like really a massive red flag from them would be my main point. Like Duke, like you said, Layman, they had the Carolina collapse. Like that would be my only thing really with them that like causes a trigger. But yeah, I'd say Zona 1, Duke 2. I really like Duke. Their size in the backcourt is ridiculous. And then Michigan at 3. But what do you guys think about my Michigan take?
I haven't watched that much Michigan to be honest. But I mean you do need that elite guard play to go deep in the tournament, I think. Or not even elite, but like you just need that guard that can hit the shot. So I mean if anything is gonna hold back one of those top three teams, I think it would be guard play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are. I'm in agreement. So I got really nothing else to really add that would be worthwhile. Um,
I do want to add one thing is that I think playing in that neutral site in DC is really going to help both Duke and Michigan. I mean, playing in that's a conference tournament regional site or not a conference tournament, an NCAA tournament regional site, and they're playing with the NCAA balls. Like that's gonna and neutral court. Like fans were split pretty 50-50 from what I hear. Like that's gonna matter. I think playing a game like that.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give you that. You guys ready to roll in the next segment or no?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm gonna give one shout out real quick. Just got a text from Cade Ring about we he's in the group chat for the pod, sending the agenda in there, and he was mad we're not shouting out the gold medal United States of America hockey team. Not gonna lie, I didn't watch a single match, but hats off to them. Americans bringing it home. Watched the State of the Union last night. They had them boys up there in the Capitol, living large. The goalie's going to get the presidential honor of freedom, whatever it is. I'm not a politics guy, but man, huge win for them. Huge win for America. But that's all I got to say.
Canada can shove it up their can.
Yeah, I don't
Amen.
know much about hockey, but I've seen a lot of Canada saying, "Oh, we were the better team and we got double
Doesn't
the
matter.
shots on
Yeah, I guess
goal."
Doesn't
not.
Yeah,
matter.
We're the
What
better
was
two to
the
one,
final
country.
score?
2-1. But yeah, shout out that goalie because it sounds like he had a really good game from what I hear.
Yeah, doesn't matter. And we're going to own Canada in like a couple years,
Yep.
it sounds like.
They're
So
gonna be the 51st state.
that's right. That's
Definition of
right.
little bro.
Amen. Amen. So anyway, back back to the agenda here. Layman, you want to roll us into some Tennessee hoops?
Yeah, I'll give you like a quick 30-second rundown. Finally get ranked. You go lay an egg. Start off the game up 12-2. Thought, yeah, we're winning this. Then we turn the ball over 15 times, shoot piss poor from three, and lay an egg. You know, this team that makes you think we're gonna get upset first or second round, and so they need to figure something out real quick.
You guys kind of got bullied in the paint. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Jalen Carey. I think Vanderbilt planted him at Tennessee like on purpose. I'm starting to wonder. JP Estrella, soft white guy coming off injury. Like, come on, dude, let's be tougher than that. Not represent big white men well. Brown, he played like he was still in high
Not
school.
Layman. Who are you talking about? Big old white man. You're probably like a buck 40. You don't got no dog in that fight. You don't got no dog in that fight.
Yeah, well, I could make more three-footers than he could, so that's all I'm saying.
Questionable would carry on.
Feed the big dog Felix Akapara. He's our only hope down there.
Yeah. I mean, it felt like Missouri got a ton of free throws in that first half too, from what I saw.
Yeah, that was also crap. They didn't have a foul until like 8 minutes left in the first half. I don't know how that's possible in college basketball.
That's my kind of basketball. Keep the clock rolling and get her over with
Yeah, I
quickly.
mean I'm fine with that too, but like they were getting like a ton of free throws, so that that kind of sucked. But then when we did get free throws, we missed them, so it really didn't matter actually.
There's got to be some silver lining. Like you got that Vandy win though. I mean, that's
Then
take
and
what you
lost to
can get.
Mizzou. Dude,
Yeah. I
that is little sister of the poor of SEC. Mizzou, like come on,
yeah.
dude.
They're on the bubble, aren't they, or around it? From what I know.
Yeah,
I don't.
they live
But
they live
yeah,
in the bubble.
that's what I feel about Indiana and Ohio State. I feel like they just are the
Just
most
constant
notorious
state
two
of
bubble
bubble.
teams every year. Do you guys see the end of that Indiana game yesterday with that no call?
Yeah, you're soft,
Yes,
dude.
yes, I did.
Yeah, people are mad about that, but
I just
I don't
saw.
really have
I
anything to
just.
say on it. Like it was obviously a foul.
I
Everyone
just
saw.
saw a clip. I kind of just scrolled past it. I didn't look like too far into it, but you could see he kind of changed his shot, and from the angle, I couldn't tell if it was like a flop or if he actually kind of
Yeah,
it was actually a foul.
he looked like a
But
fairy shooting that. Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
I do think it should have been called. I don't know. He definitely did have his hand on his arm at one point, and I
I
feel
got an
like
idea.
that's called like 90%.
Don't have a 3-point game with Northwestern when like the 40 minutes
fact,
left.
Oh yeah,
fact,
factual. That's fair.
Shout out Coach Lindley.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy right now.
legend.
All right, Jay, we
Anyways,
got like 3 minutes left. We gonna get the rundown in Iowa real quick or what?
Yep. I mean, lost at the Kohl Center, whatever. Wisconsin is definitely a sleeper team to watch. I mean, they've outscored some of the best defenses in the country, Michigan State. They've outscored some of the best offenses in the country. Like Illinois is the number one offense in the country, and they just beat them in a shootout, basically, which is unreal. People are saying they can't do it consistently. I don't really know why. Ever since that Michigan game, they've just been a different team. So I think if you're trying to look for they're going to end up being, I think, around that 6 or 5 line. But if you're looking for kind of a sleeper to make a little run, I think Wisconsin's the perfect team. They have size. They have the best backcourt in the Big Ten. They're pretty matchup proof. I'd really like them. But yeah, game tonight against Ohio State, it's a big one. We got to get in that top 8 of the Big Ten tournament so we can get a bye from playing on Wednesday and avoid playing like a 17 seed that's only going to hurt our resume. So got to get this one here tonight. But I think we'll be okay. Michigan, we got no chance. I mean, we'll see what happens with the rest of the schedule. We got a chance to go 3-1 if we get that win at Nebraska. Gotta hope the worst case scenario is 2-2 and that we're rolling into tourney time. Okay.
Good stuff.
Yep.
yeah.
Is there anything else we can cover in this amount of time or?
Coop won the pick'em over the weekend. Just want to throw that out there. Probably should have parlayed it and won me like $2,000 at least to have some weekend money to spend, and throw around. But just wanted to point it out that I won, and that's it.
For sure, we got to run that back. But yep, you had some
Oh,
good calls.
and UCLA beat Illinois to all the Illinois fanboys out there.
That was
You guys can
great. That was
That
great.
was awesome. That
That
was
was
awesome.
great.
You guys can kiss me where the sun don't shine. I know ball. I know what I'm talking about. You guys can keep on commenting on our post that I'm an idiot. Good luck. I never lose. I'm undefeated. Carry on.
That reminded me a lot of when they lost to Tennessee a year
Oh,
ago. I don't know if either of you guys saw that game, but just dribble down the court last second layup to lose it. I mean, defense is the thing with Illinois. It always is. So we'll see how it comes out on Friday and come
Hey,
tourney time.
hey, what do I say? Turn it
Yeah.
into a track meet. Don't make it a basketball game. Get them big fat white boys running. You're gonna be all right.
In terms of early upset, I don't know, but you're definitely right that yeah, they got to work on
early
perimeter
upset
defense.
incoming.
We'll
Amen.
see.
Drop them down to a four
Amen.
seed. They're getting upset by a 13 seed.
They're
Sniff
not
it.
going to drop to a 4, bro.
Never know.
They could lose out.
They
I
could.
guess.
Unlikely, but they could.
Yep.
But anyways, we'll probably sign her off there, and we'll see you guys next time.